up, everybody? I'm Sal Kalani. This is Reggie Steele. And welcome to Spitballin. Spitballin.
Let's see, Spider-Verse.
Ooh, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie Steele in the Auburn Orange. I'm Sal Kalani. And what is this?
This is Spitballin. Man, it's Spitballing, y'all. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but this is Spitballing. This is what we do. We come out here and we throw out ideas and topics and we talk about them. Sometimes we know what we're going to talk about. Sometimes we don't. But that's okay because that's what it's about, right? So here we go. Let's make it happen. How you doing,
There
man?
it is. Reggie Spitballing. Reggie demanding I'm on time today.
Yes, sir. I got to get the pearly whites cleaned. For those
Reggie
who are
gotta
watching,
go to the dentist.
Yes, sir. And for those who aren't watching, then I'm sure that my teeth are so bright you can hear how bright they are. You're like, damn, them some bright ass teeth. They make my skin look darker. Every time I smile, I think I get a shade darker because my teeth are so bright.
That's
So,
funny.
damn, you got Africa dark in this month.
Are you worried that they might brighten it too much? Your teeth?
No, I don't get brightened. No, I don't get my teeth
okay.
brightened. Yeah, this is straight brushing twice a day and flossing.
That's what I do. That's all you got to do. Brush and floss. And
But you probably drink
nothing
coffee.
gets
Do you
busted.
drink coffee?
I'm drinking coffee right now, mofo.
See, there you go. Coffee stains your teeth. Anybody out there who's
That's
drinking
why you
coffee?
brush them.
Yeah, but hey, look, your joints get stained, man. They're porcelain, right?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Ting. That's the sound my teeth make when I smile. Ting.
He's so proud. Reggie's the only man I know who got braces in his 30s. And
no, I had braces. Okay, you want to break
40s?
it up? All right. No, in my 40s. That's funny. Get braces in my 50s. Let's get it. No, I had braces in high school, and when I left Birmingham to come out to California, they're like, "Well, there's no point in you having braces if you can't get them adjusted, right?" So they took them off, but my treatment wasn't done yet. So when I got out here, I didn't have braces for a number of years, and I was still.
Why couldn't you get them adjusted out here just because you didn't have a doctor or whatever?
Yeah, I would have had to find an orthodontist, and I didn't. You're in college, man. I wasn't thinking about that stuff.
So you'd rather have them take it off and do it again at a later date than handle it while they're already on.
Yeah, because I was going from Alabama to California. I'm 18.
They got dentists in California.
It's not a dentist; it's an orthodontist. It's the orthodontist. You got to find an orthodontist.
They got tooth studiers there.
Tooth studiers. Is that the technical term? Is that what they're called? Welcome to Tooth Study Academy, where we teach you how to study the teeth.
Study some tooths.
The tooth physicist. Yeah, man. Then I got out here. I didn't have them for a while, and then I had surgery. For those who don't know, I had surgery on my jaw. I was wired shut, so they had to put braces back on because I had jaw surgery. My bite was. For those who know, I had an even cross bite, just a slight cross and even. So if your teeth hit most people don't notice, but if your teeth hit on top of each other, they will wear down. So you ever see anybody with like short, flat teeth? That's because their teeth are hitting on top of each other. And also, if your teeth don't hit each other in a certain way, like a slight overbite, then your teeth will continue to grow. Have you ever seen somebody where they have teeth that are like really long in one area versus the other? I have. I can name a person right now, but I'm not gonna do it because he had it fixed. But if your teeth don't hit anything, they'll continue to grow until you just have it looks like they're just hanging on by the root.
Really?
But yeah, so I had braces and I had jaw surgery, and so now my grill piece is intact, so I can chew properly and I can consume.
Did you notice a difference?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know the difference in my bite and how I connect, but also and also in my appearance, because I had it was a slight cross under whatever, but it was like my jaw protruded forward just a touch. It was like,
I mean, that does say a lot about me that I still was willing to be your friend, even though you had that fucked up look.
I know you're so generous and compassionate, Sal. To be friends with such a mongoloid, I can't believe you're able to do it.
That dude's grill is fucked up, but he's
Exactly.
nice.
And that's why we're still friends today, because you were there at the beginning, right? Like you were there before it all happened, before
I'd be like,
Spitballing podcast.
leave that man alone. He looked like he got hit by a semi in the face. It's not his fault.
I think it looked more like I got hit by 2 semis
I
in the
didn't even
face.
notice that. That's
Okay.
the thing.
It was like the first one didn't finish the job, the second one came barreling through. I'm like, that's it. Oh man.
So
So
yeah,
yeah.
my doctor's gonna call me with results. So I'm a little annoyed because they
Hold up, just so they know, Sal still has some Sal is still having some discomfort with his side or his hip.
yeah, my abdomen there, and we thought it was a hernia. So then they call me after the podcast last week, and they're like, yeah, and it wasn't the doctor. I still haven't talked to this doctor, so I'm gonna talk to him finally today. He's gonna call me. But when I went in there and the nurse practitioner was like, yeah, it looks like a hernia. Then I got the ultrasound, and the lady's like, looks like a hernia. And the doctor's assistant calls and says, looks fine, nothing wrong. It's not hernia.
No way.
So I'm like, well, what the fuck is it? I don't know. We'll set you up for another scan. I'm like, what? And then they're like,
Wow.
scan the kidneys. I'm like, but it's in the front. And then they're like, we'll have the doctor call you Monday. So it's fucking frustrating.
So you got 2 people saying it's a hernia, and you have one person who's like, nah, it looks fine. And they all looked at the same MRI.
Well, no, they haven't. No, and it wasn't MRI. It was just the ultrasound. And so
ultrasound.
and only the doc has the ultimate end of the pictures. So maybe but there's got to be something because it still hurts every day. You know what I mean? So it's like the hell. So,
man, I hope it's not anything serious.
Well, thanks, Reg. Thanks for putting that in my head.
No. I'm just saying, man. It's I'm saying I'm hoping that it's not, right?
Well, I'm glad you told me, because I thought you hoping it was something serious. So I'm glad you told me that you're hoping it's not.
Yo, real quick before we go on, I gotta give a shout out to San Francisco. I mean, a Sacramento-based comedian named Steph Sanders. You know Steph?
Yeah. Right? I remember him a little bit. Yeah.
So Steph, earlier this year, man, Steph was having some headaches, and his hearing was kind of getting thrown off a little bit, and he kept going to the doctor, and they were treating each individual thing, right? And then finally, one doctor said, "Yo, man, let me check something out. This could be there's a possibility it could be a very rare tumor. So let's go see what it is." So he goes and gets the MRI done, and the MRI, he posted the images online. The MRI showed a tumor. Almost, it looked on the images, it looked a little bit smaller than a golf ball, and they were like, oh my goodness, based on the size of this tumor, it's a miracle that you're still here. They're like, you came in, right? But so this is what happened. I talked to him yesterday, or day before yesterday, and he said he went to do the thing. They took the MRI on Friday, and he goes, Monday he got a call from his doctor, and the doctor says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm driving." And he says, "Drive to the hospital right now."
Oh my God.
Right? He like, "Drive to the hospital right now. It's amazing that you're even able to drive." He's like, you have a tumor the size of whatever. Come on in. He went in.
Where was it, in his head?
It was in his head. It was in his head. And he got the tumor removed. He got a little cut right here on the side of his head. They got the tumor out, and he struggled for a while. He had no vision in one of his eyes. His hearing was messed up. He had to learn how to walk again. But the point being is that they found it in time, because they told him that if they hadn't found it, then he wouldn't have last past May. Right. And so Christ. Now he posted a whole thing online about, I'm back. He's back on stage. He's telling jokes. He went through the whole thing. He's still in rehab, and he's learning to do his thing. But what I'm trying to say is that it's a beautiful thing, because sometimes maybe they find something that's serious, and they find it in time. Right. And, you come out okay.
So Reggie's basically saying, at least you don't have a tumor in your head.
No,
it's not a tumor.
No, I'm just saying, two doctors say one thing, and another doctor saying, well, maybe it's something else. So we'll see.
Well, none of them been the doctor yet. It was the nurse practitioner and the technician of the ultrasound. So, but whatever. We'll see what they say. I wrote down my questions to ask.
Okay.
But
that's good. Got questions to ask. That's nice.
Well, yeah, and I'll get all,
Yeah.
confused.
So props to Steph for being diligent and going to the doctor, not being afraid to go get it checked out. Because how guys are like, I go away. It'll go away. It'll be fine. It'll go away. It's not a big deal. It'll go away.
I just
In
wish
the
it would just like
go away.
all
But
right,
in the
so
okay,
I was gonna talk some real issues here now. These
okay,
I was telling Reggie about these kids who survived in the Amazon jungle for
yeah. After
40
the plane
days.
crash for 40 days.
40 days.
I thought it was for 4 days.
No, dude, these guys are like Jesus out there for 40 days.
He said,
And
"Jesus, that's hilarious."
and this is the
Well,
thing. There's okay.
okay,
3 adults and four
okay.
kids in a tiny one of those tiny little planes, and it goes down, and the adults, so two of the adults die. The kid, the 3 adults dead and the 4 kids live, but one of the adults, the mom, the older kid, said lived for 4 days after the crash.
Well, I was gonna say it's a miracle that they survived the plane crash,
Yeah, it's one of those,
right?
those tiny little planes. They landed in the jungle. It's crazy though. All the adults died and all the kids lived.
Kids are all malleable, right? Their
Well, here's the
bones,
thing. Here's the thing that okay. Here's the age of
right?
the kids, though. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that too. I was like, what are they
It's
made
like
of?
it's like a
Gummy
drunk driver who
material?
survives because his just body goes with the flow.
But they're loose. Or they're loose. They're the kids are 13, 9, 4, and 11 months. And actually, the 11-month-old had a birthday during the 40 days in the jungle.
Wait, you got to say those numbers again because I'm
Yeah, isn't that
tripping right
crazy?
now.
13 is the oldest. 9, 4, and 1.
And they survived in the
40
Amazon jungle
days
for 40
in
days.
the Amazon jungle. So the plane goes down. The girl, the 13-year-old was a girl too. The
Okay.
plane crashes on May 1st. And then the girl says the mom survived for like 4 days and was telling them to go away, leave the site. And they got flour. There was like some kind of flour in the plane. So they got the bag of that flour and they ate off of that. And they
They ate
ate
just
fruit.
straight flour,
Yeah,
powdered flour.
let me see what kind. And they also ate like fruit in the jungle.
Okay, I mean you can live off fruit. I mean as long as you got
I mean, for
liquids.
40 days, you
Well, I
gotta
mean
find
fruit is
it.
mostly liquid, but you need you can live longer
Cassava
without
flour.
food, but you got
Cassava
to have water.
flour and seeds is what they ate, and then the fruits. And they're indigenous kids, so they're like
Oh, there we
they
go.
know about the rainforest fruits and stuff.
Okay,
And the rainforest happen to be in bloom now because it's summer down there, right?
nice.
Um, yeah, so they had to rescue him by a helicopter. They had to drop lines in to get him,
Wow. How
right?
did they find him though? How did they find him? Because the
I
brush
mean,
is
I think
thick.
they just kept searching over the month. They're through like what they say, I want to say a couple miles from the site, the crash site.
Oh,
So
so
they
they
weren't
eventually
too
did leave the
far.
craft site.
Yeah, because
Okay.
they had to eat and survive and stuff. But yeah, they were let's see where they yeah, that's crazy, man. They tweeted pictures of the kids. They were wrapped in thermal blankets. Children were found with 2 small bags containing some clothes, a towel, a flashlight, 2 cell phones, a music box, and a soda bottle that they used to collect water in the jungle.
Nice. Hey,
Crazy,
dude,
man.
this is
They said
awesome.
they hid in tree trunks to protect themselves in a jungle filled with snakes, animals, and mosquitoes. They were exhausted.
Of course, but they survived.
They survived, man. That's crazy. And I mean, this is gonna be a movie. They're in this tiny plane. They watch their mom die, and then they have to survive on their own for 40 days in the jungle. Oh my god! Like, you have no
Okay,
idea. They're
so
just
first
eating
off,
fruits and
yeah,
flour.
hey, it's coming to America. What is this? Juices and berries. That's it, right? Fruits and berries, man. That's it. And nuts. That's all you need, really. But let's just get it straight though, out the gate. They didn't have to survive for 40 days. They just had to survive the day, right? They don't know how long they're going to be out there. So they're just taking it one day at a time. Today, we got to find food. We got to find water. We got to find shelter. Tomorrow, we got
Right.
to find food. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it sounds crazy. Like it sounds daunting. If someone told you got to go out and survive for 40 days,
Well, especially with 2 little kids. Like, I mean, they're all kids, but a 4 year
exactly.
old
They're all
and a
kids.
baby.
Exactly. So you can't even think about the future. You just got to think about right now,
Hmm.
right? Like honestly, that's how everybody should live their life. It's like, yo,
Oh
I'm not
man.
thinking about 40 days from now. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. Or today? Can I just take care of today? Let's take
Right.
care of today, and then we'll deal with tomorrow. And tomorrow never comes because tomorrow is always today.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
it's just about making it through the day. I give them props, man. 13, but they're indigenous. So that's a
Yeah.
huge,
I mean, they said they wanted shoes because they want to walk, but their feet hurt, so they couldn't even, their feet were all messed up. I mean, it's crazy because they survived a plane crash, so they could have been injured from that, or at least beat up a little, right?
yeah.
And then you got to survive in the jungle. Oh my god, dude!
So I would imagine that the three people, two of them are probably the pilots, right, in the front of the plane.
Yeah, I'm not sure who all the adults are. The family. No, it looks like family members. Oh, the father, he wasn't there. He wasn't in the plane.
Okay.
But he's the
Where
father
were
of the
they
two
going? Where were
younger
they coming
ones.
from? What was the whole situation?
What is this?
No one knows.
What is it? CNN? No, they tell you. I mean, it's not this article. They're leaving from one place to another. Uh the children were traveling with their mother from the Amazonian village of Ara. Well, you gonna make me read this.
No.
Araracurar to the town of San Jose del Guaviare when the
Okay.
plane went down. The Cessna single-engine propeller plane was carrying 3 adults, 4 children when the pilot declared an emergency due to engine failure.
Mm.
Hmm.
And the kid survived. Yo, man,
Oh,
props to
that
the
is
kids.
it's so crazy, man.
Yo, props to the kids for surviving in the That's a
Yeah, they're
reality
3
show.
miles away from the crash site in a small forest clearing. The rescue team had passed within 60 to 160 feet of the children on a couple occasions, but missed them. Damn,
Wow.
that's crazy too.
Wow. Yo, man, props to these kids, man. This is a testament to sharing knowledge with your children, right? Especially, and then being responsible, like 13-year-old taking care of 3 smaller kids.
Yo, if they were American kids, they'd have been dead on day 3.
Oh, dude, they would have died. They would have died once the Wi-Fi went out. Like once the plane, once the phone battery dies, then the kids are like, it's too boring out here. It's boring without a cell phone. I have to
Which
die
of these
now.
trees can I plug my Xbox into?
Yeah, exactly. They would have their bags would have had game consoles, the cell phone, right? Like the laptop, it would have had the tablet, it would have had all the devices. They would have left the saffron, they would have left the sunflower seeds, they would have all the food behind. Nobody would have thought to bring a bottle for water. They would have been out there for like 3 days with a bunch of devices just sitting around, like in a pile in the middle. And they were just, it was like they would sacrifice themselves. So
They're like, hey, bring my Minecraft.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yo, man, I think that's incredible though. I feel like everyone
Yeah, I
should take
couldn't
some
stop reading
life-saving
about it
classes.
all weekend, man.
Yeah, I saw the headline. I was like, man, kids, I thought it was for 4 days. I didn't realize it was for 14
Man, Reg,
days.
you don't even put in the effort to read the headline correctly.
Hey, man, there's so much happening in my life right now. Just the fact that I saw it is amazing. Okay. I'm like, I'm so unplugged from the rest of the world right now, dude. My internal world is in turmoil and strife and
what's
flipping
the
and turning
turmoil,
upside
Reg?
down.
What's the drama?
Man, the drama is just right now. I live in a world where inflation is high and prices are going up. Even Trader Joe's was like the last vestibule, whatever it is,
Vestibule,
ve-
vestibule.
vestibule. I was like, okay, at least as long as there's a Trader Joe's, I'll be able to live, right? Like I can go get stuff for $1 less. And now Trader Joe's has raised their prices. So gas is high, food is high, rent is high,
I mean, yeah,
Bridgestone is
what happened
high.
to $2 Chuck? It's at least 350 Chuck now. And I'm like, come
Exactly.
on.
Exactly. I'm like, dude, it's hard right now, man. I feel like it's like that for everybody. And then, losing friends. And I got a message this morning that my friend's dad passed away this morning. It's like the world is just, look, I'm not going to say that. Let me take that back. The world is not crazy. I'm surviving. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. It's just, I just feel like there's a lot to manage right now, right? It's just a lot to manage. Even getting here on time, right? Like getting here on time and prepping and getting everything set up and trying to get to wherever else the next place is on time. It's just a hustle. Like it's just a hustle, right? So that's it. It's just and there's more to it, but I'm not gonna get into all that right now. That's for my therapist.
That's what's fun. I want to know the more to it. That's the part I want.
Nah, man, it's too much. I can't start it. This would have to be a 3-part
we
series.
got it. We got a good 20 minutes here.
To everyone listening, I'm sorry, but we're gonna be moving on now. So
what are we moving on to? I covered my jungle story and my hip. Now it's all on you, Reg.
Well, I'll say this. I'm looking forward to the Denver Nuggets finishing this series.
Yeah, it's gonna end tonight. So this is episode 98. So in 2 episodes, Reggie's promised us 2-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali,
2-time Oscar winner and Golden Globe winner.
Oh, he won one Golden Globe?
Maybe 2, 1 or 2. I know, and he's been nominated.
Weird you'd have more of Oscars than Globes.
Yeah,
is what I feel.
Yeah, but he's also been nominated, and he's won BAFTA awards and TAFTA or TIFF awards, Toronto International Film Festival, TIFF awards.
I hope you do more research when you interview him.
Nah, look, I don't have to. I have to research this dude to interview him.
You want a TIFF or a BIFF award?
No, it's a BAFTA and a TIFF, and then a Golden Globe and Academy Oscars. But my biggest concern with interviewing him is just making sure I stay professional, because this is one of my best friends, right? So it'd be so easy to descend down and say, "Yo, man, how's your family? How's your mom?"
I'll cut that out. Like, we want more Blade.
We stick it to the. Well, right now, everything with the writer's strike, everything is on hold.
Even that, huh? Because I saw something that they were still planning on it coming out soon. The next wave or whatever, the next wave. There's another Captain America coming. You know that?
Oh, really? Another one?
Yeah.
With Sam Wilson? Sam Wilson as Captain. Because remember, Cap passed on the shield.
Cap gone.
Exactly. So it's gonna be Sam Wilson, Captain America. But yeah, man, I mean, I was talking to someone yesterday. I was talking to Kevin Avery, actually, and he was saying that the writer's strike is going to last for at least a couple more months. And there's also consideration that the actors may go on strike.
Oh, yeah, I read about that. Or I heard about that too.
Yeah. So we about to be in some reruns for a while without writers. So I hope everyone.
All right, well, here's the phase 5. Here, I'll share it because I know you're big into this shit. All right, you see that?
The Marvels, yes.
Yeah, that's the first billion. Okay, Captain Marvel 2 has long been predicted. Oh, is that what this is? Black Panther or Captain Marvel 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that comes out in November. Captain America: Brave New World comes out next May
2024.
Where's the picture, dude?
See, will be in the center of his very own. Wait.
New
Captain America. Yeah.
Wait, get out of here.
Yeah, the new Captain America was going to be in the center of his very own movie. Steve Rogers first.
Anthony Mackie.
To Sam
Brave
Wilson.
New World. Okay.
I met Anthony Mackie at Comic-Con 2019.
That's right. You told me that.
Yeah. Interesting guy, man.
There was someone else you met too. Who was the other one? Oh, you met the guy from Atlanta.
Jeffrey. Oh, yeah, I met him too. Brian. I also met Jeffrey Wright. Got to hang. At one point, I have a picture of me, Mahershala, Anthony Mackie, and Jeffrey Wright.
Oh, man. When are we getting all these people on the pod? The Thunderbolts movie. What is this, dude?
I don't know much about the Thunderbolts.
Spent more than a decade on heroes as protagonists. Get out of here.
Man, what sites are you visiting that's like bombarding?
This is on Cinema Blend.
Okay.
Everything's ads now, man. It's annoying. The roster for Thunderbolts is the Bucky Barnes, Taskmaster, Red Guardian, Ghost. I mean, oh, there it is, Blade. You see it?
Blade.
That's a dope title right there.
But it was only during San Diego Comic-Con 2019 that they announced that they are finally doing something with it. At that time, the studio didn't officially say when the movie was going to be released, but 3 years later, at the same event, it was revealed that the film would be the fourth MCU feature to hit
Two-time
theaters.
Oscar winner and Spitballin future guest Mahershala Ali is playing Blade. He was in the end of Eternals. That's right. You talked about that.
He's also. Oh wait, hold up. Props to my.
He was in Luke Cage though. Isn't it wrong that he's someone else in the Marvel universe?
Well, in Luke Cage, that character passed away, so that guy's done. But he's also in Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse.
The new one?
Yes, sir. He was in the first one, and he's in the second one.
Who does he play?
In the first one, he plays Uncle Aaron, the Prowler.
In which movie?
In Spider-Verse, the animated one with Miles Morales.
Oh, that's right. He is the uncle. He's
right. Uncle. He's Uncle Aaron. Have you seen?
Man, this dude's in 3 different Marvel
Hey
projects.
Man, I'm like, yo, get that Marvel money, son.
That's why Luke Cage, Spider-Man, and now Blade. Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, hold up though. Let me ask you this though. Have you seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
No, you know I ain't seen that shit.
Hey, dude, watch the first one. I'm telling you
right now. I saw
that.
that.
And go
Is that
see
the one you're talking
one.
about? Yeah, no,
go see the second one.
I saw.
The first one was great. The second one is absolutely amazing. It's
I
so
know
good.
people say they really like it.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I'm telling anyone who can hear this right now, if you have not seen part 2 of Miles Morales' story, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, go watch it. You will not be disappointed. You will leave that theater like, oh man, it's so good. The writing is so good. The animation is amazing, right?
You take your kid to see Spider-Man or no? Not yet?
No, not yet. No, not yet. He hadn't seen the first one yet. He hasn't been to a movie theater yet, so I'm waiting for the right movie to take him to go see. Yeah.
Come on,
hey man. Hey dude, he's not tripping. He's ready to go though. He's excited about going. He's like, yo, I want to go see something. I'm like, okay, just got to find the right thing.
Yeah, one of them would probably be good. Yeah, dude. I saw Avatar 2 was on yesterday. The Way of Water.
What is it on?
Man, it's
Disney
still
Plus?
the same shit, dude. It's the same as the original. I can't believe that's the number 3 movie of all time. It's just Avatar, but instead of in the forest, they're in the water.
This is what I don't understand. I thought Avatar was good. I enjoyed the first Avatar.
Of course,
for me,
everyone did. Even though it was
visually
like dances with Smurfs, but it was still good.
It was good, and it was visually appealing. It
was different at the time.
It's different at the time. I get it. I totally get it. But once again, it was not a thing that changed my life. Like I didn't watch Avatar and go, oh my God, like it didn't affect me on some
deep, a lot of people did.
I know. Like it affect people on some deeper level where it resonated with them on some personal connection. So when Avatar 2 came out, I had every intention to go see it just because I'm like, oh, okay, let's go see another big budget film, right? With a lot of CGI and colors and a different world, CGI. Right? A different world and whole thing, but I didn't make it. So
you haven't seen it yet?
No, I hadn't seen it yet. So I'm gonna watch it on. I'm gonna watch it on.
I saw it with my mom's 80-year-old boyfriend in Ohio when I was visiting. So we just went and saw it, and that's how I saw it.
Wait, your mom got a boyfriend who's 80 years old?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now you tell us? Yo, we should have been talking about that from the beginning.
I talk about when I went to visit.
Hold on, how old is your mom?
I mean, close. She's pushing up there. She's in her 70s.
70 what?
I don't know. She'd be mad if I said probably.
Probably.
Let me see.
Who gets mad about being 70 something? If anything, I would embrace that. You make it. Listen, and I'm not trying to be morbid, but having lost a friend at 35, a friend at 46, a friend at 49, and having lost friends at 19, right?
Right. Yeah.
And
losing
happy people at 21. It's like every birthday that you see is a blessing. I would yell it from the rooftops. I'm 68 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I made it.
I think she's pushing. Yeah, I don't know, 79, late 70s. But
okay, all right. So he's 80, she's 78.
But yeah, we went and saw that, and it was fine. And then, but I think they have to like
He stayed awake.
I mean, it took so long. What's that?
He stayed awake for the whole movie.
Yeah, no, he did. He likes that shit. It's funny. He likes those movies. He likes those Marvel and stuff. But like,
I give him props.
it's just funny. It's like it was funny. I was telling him afterwards. I'm like, yeah, it was cool, you know. I'm like, it's kind of the same thing, you know. I'm the same bad guy, you know. He's like, well, it's not the same bad guy. Like they explained how did it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's still the same.
Dude, this dude just went up. He just moved up a couple notches for me. He's at 80. At 80, he's talking about no, it's different. The other bad guy was like, yo, I hope I have that level of like mental dexterity to be able to call that out. Look
Yeah,
at
he
you hanging out
was
with the old timers, man.
yeah, we'll go see. You know, another movie we went and saw last time I was with him, we went and saw it wasn't that good. It was fine. I kind of liked it because it's the one you go see movies. That one with the big what's the one with Jason Statham and there's that huge shark, but it's like a prehistoric shark.
Oh, Megalodon or something?
Yeah. The Meg.
The Meg. You went wait, you saw that in the theaters?
We went and saw it. Yo, man, when you're in rural Ohio and you're trying to find a movie to watch,
Holy
that's
cow.
what you go to watch. The
Hey,
Meg.
folks, everyone out there in podcast land, Sal Kalani is giving away money. So I'll say get in line. He's giving away money for nothing. There's no way.
Yo, man, there was some cool. It was like a Jaws movie, but bigger.
There's no way I'm paying to go see the Meg. Right? I'm sorry, dude. Because I've seen it.
Have you seen it yet?
I saw it. Yeah, I've seen some of it. I've never watched the whole thing from beginning to end. Like it was on at one point. I kind of just started in the middle. I got the gist of it. Right?
The gist.
I got the gist. It's like, okay, because in the end, basically, they kill the Meg, right? And then they go, oh yeah, we did it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we didn't. Hold up. Because we killed something else, and then something came and ate that thing that we killed.
Yeah, they kill like the baby Meg or something, like Jaws 3. That's how Jaws 3 was. There was a great white shark, and it died in the thing, and they're like, "Whoa, the shark died in the thing," and they're like, "This shark was born inside this containment," and they're like, "What? That means the mom is still in the containment." And then you see Jaws come out like the biggest fucking version. Swimming out. Because remember Jaws 3, it's like SeaWorld and there's like underwater and they're all hanging out and they're
I saw Jaws 1 and I think I saw half of Jaws 2 and I was like, okay, I get it.
Like I remember how
it's an aggressive shark.
Dude, I remember how Jaws died in every one of them. I was as a kid, like the first one, he throws remember he throws the oxygen tank into his mouth and he blows up. And I think he shot. I can't remember. It's coming at him and he shoots it. Remember, and it's in his mouth. And then the second one, I remember it was electric. For some reason, there's an electric pole or something. I remember Jaws like he scared the shit out of me as a kid because I remember this water helicopter like landed on the water to pick people up, and Jaws grabbed the leg of it, and flipped it over. Oh my God, damn, Jaws don't mess around. And so then they threw something electric in his mouth and he got electrocuted. And then Jaws 3, the 3 one is a good one. It's a SeaWorld. He eats somebody who's going to blow him up with a grenade. And then he's trying to get somebody. And as he opens his mouth, that guy's still in there with the grenade.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I think this guy pulled it out somehow and he blew up. And then there's finally Jaws the Revenge, which is by far the worst one, the fourth one. He follows this family down to the Caribbean because he's hunting them.
One family.
And then the way he dies, actually, I'm gonna try and find it, dude, because
you understand you said Jaws died in 1, Jaws died in 2, Jaws died in 3, and then Jaws came back in 4 with
I don't know how they explain how he keeps coming back though.
I was gonna say, is Jaws like Jason? Is that what it is? Jaws is
totally. I think it's Jason's kid.
You think it's Jason's love child?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
all right. I'm gonna set up this.
I'm not into scary movies, man, or at least
no, me neither. But as a kid, this is all you heard about.
My mom protected me from traumatizing movies like that.
Your mom what?
I said my mom protected me from traumatizing movies like that.
Oh, okay.
I saw Jaws when I was probably a teenager though.
All right, so here's I'm gonna share this video with you. Let's do.
Go see Spider-Verse, and also go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 if you haven't seen that, folks. It's really good. Our friend Nico Santos is in it. We mentioned that before, but go see Nico. He does a great job.
All right, you ready? This is the death of
So
Jaws.
anybody who's just listening to this, you're missing the video. You got to go online to watch the
Yeah,
video because
Jaws the
sound is
Revenge, by far the worst of them. But see, look, an hour and a half. They knew how to do movies quick. All
okay.
right, ready? Here we go.
1987.
Coming after that.
We never saw her again after
He gets stabbed in the chest by the boat. Look at that mouth. Look at the size of it. Oh, yeah, that's Michael Caine.
that.
There it is.
He took the ship down with him.
Yeah, but he got killed by getting stabbed by the front of the boat.
Okay, well there you go. But blood in the water, wouldn't that bring more sharks?
I mean, how about everybody ate good after Jaws died? That was a big Jaws.
That's a big Jaws. Yo, man, those graphics, not even the graphics, but the props. The props, man, that looked every bit of 1987.
See, and that's why I like the Meg, because then you could go see what Jaws would have looked like. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Right.
now I can see how good it looks.
I'm surprised.
Like, I know it's going to be crappy. Like, I saw 10,000 BC, and that movie's bad. But to see woolly mammoths on the screen, you never see that in any movie.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna tell
Not
you
to
right
that
now.
caliber.
10,000 BC was so bad. It was so bad that I watched it at home and then went to the movie theater and demanded they give me my money back.
Right.
Dude, 10,000 BC was atrocious, but the previews made it look so like interesting.
Yeah, I
and the
saw
time
that
period.
in the theater in Chico, and I was doing shows, and we had breakfast that morning, and then we went, and it was like me, DNA, Brendan Lynch, and Ben Feldman, and Brendan Lynch refused to go see the movie. He read a book or something.
He was smart.
Ben Feldman left in the middle of the movie to go watch another movie.
That's hilarious.
And so I watched it, and then I had food poisoning, and on the way back from the movie theater, I was like, pull over the car, and I had a hurl, and then I couldn't even go up that night. It was terrible. But
you didn't have food poisoning.
Could have been from the movie. Yeah,
you had movie poisoning. You had movie poisoning.
I didn't hate it though. I thought the woolly mammoths looked cool. And
Yeah,
there was
the
a saber-tooth
mammoths did
tiger,
look
but
cool.
but that's the thing. There's 10 minutes worth that it's kind of enjoyable, but as a story, it's horrible. It's like,
It's
you
horrible.
got to do a story about this and shit.
Yeah. Once again, folks, Sal's giving away money, so go line up at his
You
door.
know who's in that movie? And I don't know if you met him. I met him on the set of Trauma. Was that guy?
Cliff Curtis?
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah. I know. Yeah,
he's an Avatar also.
Oh, okay. Good for
the
Cliff.
new one.
Good for Cliff. You know, Mahershala's done a movie with Cliff Curtis, and I did a TV show with Cliff Curtis. So we kind of
yeah, kind of. Yeah. I don't remember seeing Mahershala in 10,000 BC.
No, he was not in 10,000 BC. He was not. I forget what he was in. What movie they did together. They did something, but I can't remember what it was.
All right, well, let's wrap up with some of our hate comments, Reg. It's always fun.
Okay.
So
we must be doing something right if people hate us, or
the young Gen Z.
They hate your Star Wars takes.
Yeah, young Gen Z hates if you rip on sci-fi the wrong way.
Although
superheroes or Star Wars.
I did see a couple comments that made sense to me, right? Like I had to admit, I was like, that's not necessarily a bad one. Because they were like, does every episode have to have lightsabers and battles in them? Can't you just enjoy the story? I'm kind of like, you got a point.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. One person, wrote boo-hoo. I can't watch Star Wars without a lightsaber fight and explosion every 5 seconds. Cry me a fucking river. Jeez. And I wrote more Mon Mothma. And then he wrote, what is your weird obsession with Mon Mothma? It's a very interesting part of the show that shows up parts of the rebellion we've never seen before. You know why we haven't seen before? Because shit's boring. He's like, sorry you have the attention span of a child with ADHD.
How about an adult with ADHD? Okay.
Someone else wrote,
don't sing
Andor
about the children.
Was awesome. For years, people begged for Star Wars content without a Jedi or the Force, and they did a fantastic heist to spy to recruit show. And I'm like, who begged for that? Never in my life did I hear that.
Oh my goodness, Sal, you're so funny, man. You love it. You truly love it.
Someone else put Andor was perfection. I gave him yawning emojis. Someone else did this insult and I didn't even understand it. And I had to look it up. And then I think they deleted the comment. So we won't even be able to see it. Let me see if it's on here. But it was, and you might get it. It was some weird dorky reference. Yeah, no, it's not in here anymore. But somebody put something like this guy for sure has something about bring back the Cinderverse or something in his Twitter bio or something. And I don't know, the Cinderverse is something where it refers to all the shitty DC movies or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's above my head. That's outside
Yeah, I
my
mean,
pay
and that's
grade.
in your nerd world. So I thought you might know what the heck that meant.
Yeah, I don't follow DC like that. Although they do have a new movie coming out called
Oh, it is the
Blue Beetle,
Snyder. Oh no, the Cinderverse, the Snyderverse.
the
Duh.
Snyderverse. Oh,
the,
okay.
the director.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what a burn, dude. No, I don't like those either, but good
Hey
burn.
Sal, dude, different strokes for different folks, man. Just let them enjoy their movie, bro. I mean their
Well, they
show.
won't let us
Yeah,
enjoy our
that's true. You're entitled to
reviews
your
of
opinion
these
about it.
movies.
What's the saying? One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's basically the way you described Andor.
Yeah.
You're like, you mean Andor?
Yeah.
Oh. And some other guy's like, this is the best thing that's ever
Oh,
happened in
they're
my
so
entire
like
life.
they'll kill over how much they like these shows and shit. It's weird how they're so into it. Like,
Hey man,
yeah,
dude,
man. I
you're
mean, I
into
was
Star
so into
Wars.
Star Wars as a kid, but we kind of kept that amongst ourselves. You don't go around rubbing that into, and now they're like, I'll fight, or I won't fight you. I'll fight you behind a computer screen over it.
And look, as deep as you are into Star Wars, as much as you love Star Wars, for as long as you love Star Wars, it's actually pretty impressive to me that there is a part of Star Wars that you don't like.
Well,
Because I
that's the thing.
often,
That's the whole point is you get fatigued of all this stuff. You
yeah,
know what I
because I'm
mean? And
like,
that was all our point was last week.
yeah, because all the Star Wars people I know, for the most part, except for you and one other guy, because one other guy um, that I know and work with, he loved your take. He was absolutely on board
Oh,
with your take,
yeah. Thanks,
right?
buddy.
Yeah, he was absolutely on board with your take. He was like, because he is the adult ADHD guy who's like, no lightsabers. He's like, no lightsabers and no fights. You're
Yeah.
boring
I
me,
mean, that's
champ.
not all my point is that's not Star Wars. It's just a different thing. Fine, whatever. But don't,
Dude, what is Star Wars? Is the Force? It's the good against bad. It's the
not in
Empire
this
against the
show.
rebels.
Ain't
That's
no
what it
force.
is.
Not in this show.
Everything. No, it's always the good versus bad in
But
whatever
it's like
context it is.
it's
They're all
also like
even.
you.
Hmm?
Like I don't know many. I know a lot of Marvel fans, but I don't know anyone talking about how great Quantum Mania was or how much they couldn't wait to see that. And
Quantumanium
you'll
was
still
good.
you haven't gotten fatigued.
Well, because I don't look at these movies to
You've
change
watched
my
every
life.
TV show too.
I haven't seen.
You watched She-Hulk. You
I
watched
watched She-Hulk. I watched
the
Loki. I
Hawk
watched
and the Winter
Captain
Soldier.
America and Winter Soldier. Um, what
Did you
else was there?
watch Hawkeye?
Yeah, Hawkeye was really good. I watched Hawkeye. What I didn't see the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas thing, because there was something from there
Big.
that was in this movie that I hadn't seen, a reference. And it's like, oh, that
Really?
was a reference to the Christmas joint. And
There's
I'm
a
like, oh, I didn't see
Christmas
that.
special or
There was a
something?
Christmas special. Um, yeah, man.
Wow.
I mean, I enjoy all of them. I enjoy the movies too, but you got to understand, for me, I look at these movies as purely entertainment. Like, it's just fun to see superheroes on the screen that don't have the little screen behind them, like in Superman, where you see it, superimposed or
I
whatever.
mean, it is where the CGI is next
Yeah,
level
the
now, but
CGI
there is a
is
small
fun.
balance. You can't overdo it because then it gets a little. I feel
Well,
like I'm like Way of Water. Like I just felt like I've just put on the VR thing, and then you just look at
yeah,
made up. You know,
yeah. Look, I don't none of this stuff. I have so much real life happening that, like, these fake worlds are awesome, right? They're great. I'm like, I live in the real world every single day, right? I'm doing real world stuff every single day. So when I go to a movie to escape reality and go into a different world where there's superheroes or there's huge avatars and people on a different planet and doing the whole thing, I'm looking at it purely for entertainment. I'm not looking at it to change my life or to affect I'm not trying to connect to it on a deeper level and it resonates with me. And this is the life that I'm living and life I want. No, No, it is simply stories made up out of the head of other people that they're able to
Right.
get to the screen. That's all it is.
What is
So,
amazing about a lot of the Marvels, some of these stories are from comics from the 60s. And the
okay,
stories still hold, you know?
yeah, but I think that's one of the beautiful things about it too is all the comics for the most part they always kind of reflected what was happening in society and the world at large, right?
Right.
So when you have these storylines that come from the 60s and 7 or 50s, 60s and 70s, and then you apply them to today and you see that they're still relevant in some ways, it just goes to show. I have this book that says, they used to always say that history repeats itself. Well, the guy changed it. He didn't say, he says history doesn't repeat itself. History instructs, right? So what people do is they look back and then they figure out how to do it instructs them on how to do the thing again, right?
That
It's
makes
not that
sense.
it's repeating itself, it's that people are actually using it as a template to do the same thing now, right?
That makes
So
sense.
yeah, so when I see these storylines from different eras, from different eras, right, in a different time period that are still applicable to today's time period, that gives us a clear vision of what the world was like and how the world changes, but also how the world stays the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen.
Amen.
All right, Reg, wrap us up.
You know what's the best part about that? I hope you guys enjoyed out there. Because Sal is always looking for a moment to play his music. But the thing that cracks me up is how my tone changes.
Oh, you change your timing. You change it
I
to the
change my
music.
time. Well, because I got to do it to the.
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense. Yeah, you do
Right?
it to the music.
Exactly.
But
You
it's
got to do it
pretty
to the
funny.
music, right? So, all right. Well, hey, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It's a short one. It's a quick one. We went in and we did our thing. I am now off to the dentist to get these pearly whites.
Oh, hey, Reg, I can't
polished
do
and
next week.
shined.
I forgot. I'm out of town next week. So we
Okay. Well,
can't do next week.
next week is Juneteenth, Monday. So
Oh, yeah. So we're honoring Juneteenth. We won't be
yes,
doing the
I'll be working.
podcast.
I'll be working.
Oh, what an honor.
Yeah, I'll be getting that triple pay.
Oh, so you couldn't do it anyway because you were working?
Yeah.
You get triple time for Juneteenth too now?
Yep. We
Damn,
negotiated
reparations
that. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. This month he just said, what did you say? He says, is that reparations?
This is coming up.
Yeah, man, we negotiated Juneteenth in our last contract. So it's a holiday. I'm
Nice.
like, yo, recognize when Black people were free from this nonsense, right?
Yeah. No, this is the worst too, because like for 2 months they didn't even know. Oh, down there and like
in Texas or
crazy.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh, that sucks. Well, okay. Well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. I think energetically we really kind of came in and did our thing today. So with that being said, please, if you enjoy us, like, share, and subscribe. We're going to keep doing it and we're having fun. We hope you are too. So thanks for tuning in to Spitballin'. And that's Sal Kalani. And I'm Reggie Steele. And like I said, this is Spitballin'. Peace.